Are you over 40? Are you over 50? And you are worried about your future? You are not alone. We've had so many layoffs. It has been crazy. They're everywhere. They're in startups, they're in corporate America. And guess who's getting laid off at a lot of these places? It's the people that are elderly, meaning over 40 and 50. Partly because of ageism, partly because we have higher salaries. So they're letting go the older folks with a higher salary to then shuffle in newbies that are new in their career and that can take a tiny salary. So what happens? What do we need to do to save ourselves? That is create a side hustle. I am this person. I have a full time job that I do Monday through Friday, and I love my job. It's actually a really, really great company I work for, so I'm super happy. But I have a side hustle. Partly is the side hustle is so I'm doing some things that I don't get to do at my job, and I wanted that creativity. And then also because I want to have something I can fall back on. If I get fired tomorrow, the next day, I already have a business. I don't have to start it, and I can just grow that. Or if I don't get laid off and I stay there and everything's great, the side hustle money is letting me go to Hawaii and putting money in the bank for my second house. And it's buying, jewelry and nail polish. So it's a really good time, reason and season to have a side hustle. Also, it's really good for your brain. A lot of people don't talk about that, but keeping your brain active as we age is super important for your brain. You want to stay with it. And there's people that have side hustles that are in their 70s. There's people that start their first business in their 70s. So it's not too late. Go to a side hustle, go get started, and here are some ideas of some cool ones that you can look into. And hi, I'm Andrea Palten. I am the founder of the CMO Growth Guide, which is my side hustle, where I am a marketing consultant and I help people grow their side hustles and grow their businesses. I also help people start their side hustles and businesses. I do one-on-one consulting for that. So check out my website at cmogrowthguide.com. So before we get into the 5 side hustles, I want you to think about a mindset shift. A lot of people, especially people that are coming from corporate, we automatically think, oh, we do marketing in corporate. Let's do marketing in my side hustle, HR. Think outside the box. Is there something that you want to do that's very different? There's a person that has been around for a while. She shows you how to make candied apples and she makes 6 figures. Yes, candied apples. Then I had a student that shows you how to do watercolor paintings. This was not something they did in corporate. This was something they did in their hobby. A big thing right now is diamond art. Everybody loves diamond art. You can create a membership for diamond art lovers. So there's all these things that you can do that don't have to be from your learnings. It could be about your passion as well. Idea number 1, we're going to go with what I do, coaching and consulting. So that is if you actually take your learnings. So if there's something that you've done in corporate, something that you're really, really good at, something that you have done for years and you have just mastered, this is what you can do. You can do coaching, which is more where you help people maybe with motivational skills and that type of thing. Or you can do consulting, which is where you actually are more hands-on. And that's where I like to be. I do both. I'm a big cheerleader for all of my clients, but I also do the consulting piece where I literally will look at your marketing work and look at your sales work and say, hey, let's make this better. This is how you can get clients. The coaching is more like guiding them in the right direction, coaching them to make their own decisions. Freelance services is number 2, which is a lot of times you'll also see fractional work. So especially if you've moved up to a CMO, a CFO, a lot of fractional CFOs, a lot of fractional CMOs are being hired right now. They can't afford a C-suite person. And so what they're doing instead, they're getting fractional people so they can pay half the price. A lot of startups need fractional people because they can't pay for somebody full time. So Y Combinator and Techstars, they're 2 accelerators that help startups, and they both list the actual startups on their website. So you can actually look and see what companies went through them and then see if those people need fractional help. If you're not at that fractional big level, you can also do freelancing where you just do a couple of hours here and there. You could do it hourly, you could do it on a contract. There's very many ways to do that. So for example, there is a freelancer that I know. He used to be a copywriter in corporate and he came to me and said, Andrea, I think I'm getting let go. And I don't know if you've been around corporate and copywriters, but copywriters were one of the first people to go with AI, unfortunately. So I helped him start his freelance business. And he uses AI, so he doesn't shy away from it, but he does do the copy in a way that it sounds more human. So that's something that you could do. Freelancing in whatever you know how to do. There's a lot of freelancers needed right now. We're seeing that more and more. You can also sign up for websites like Upwork, where you can be a freelancer listed there. There's tons of websites like that. So you can look into that. And then you can actually up the hours or lower the hours depending on what you need, which is really nice. You're in control of your day to day. Number three is digital products. So there's so many things you can do here. You could do calendars, like maybe you're into horses and you sell a horse calendar on Etsy. You can do planners. So maybe you have taken a GLP-1 like Wegovy, like Zepbound or something like that. And now you want to help people to get through their side effects and what kind of foods that they can eat. And you can put like a planner together, because when you first take the shot, you are more nauseous than at the end of the shot where you get more hungry. So you can like have a planner for them. You can do digital products like courses and memberships. You can do ebooks. There's all kinds of digital products that you can do, both from your learnings or from the passion or whatever that you're into. When you're selling a digital product that is something that's downloadable, like a PDF, an ebook, a checklist, those do have to be priced at the lower end. I rarely see them over like 49 bucks. They're usually 7, 17, 27. Marketers love the 7 at the end, or the 9, $49. So that you're kind of at the lower end. If you're doing courses or memberships, that's when you're at the higher end. All right, so now we're going to talk about the courses. That's my idea number 4 for you, and that's online learning programs. Online learning programs are still in. People still want to learn new things. I have a friend that teaches how to do dog training for a certain breed. She has a membership and a course. I have a person that recently started working with me, and they are doing music theory and music kind of teaching. That's a course. So courses are still in. They have changed a little bit because people used to buy courses all the time. And then unfortunately, people that shouldn't have been teaching courses were teaching them. And so people are like a little bit weary about them. And so right now with AI, a lot of people are doing courses that's literally just copy and paste from AI. So they're not very good. So courses have evolved into more programs where you actually show up, and it's not just a course that somebody takes that you're not part of, but you're actually part of it. So meaning that you show up on calls, or maybe you can like have like some kind of like email for 3 months. You can email me with questions that you have. There's this person that I've been working with that's a dance instructor, and they actually don't want to be on camera and they don't want to talk to people one-on-one. So what I'm working with him on is that he has the people that take his course record themselves dancing and then email it in, and then he can critique it. And he can either record himself and make the dance steps correct, or he can write and say, hey, when you step back with your left foot, you should have stepped with your right foot, or you need to have eye contact when you're dancing. And so there's very, very many ways to do that. So those are just 5 ideas. There's a lot more out there. I just really want you to think about this. I cannot tell you how many people lately that I know that have been let go that are over 40 and they cannot get a job. I got a guy, he's been looking for 2 years. Got a gal, she's been looking for 6 months. I had somebody that actually just recently got a job, but he went, oh my God, I don't remember how many, but I think he said over 50 job interviews to get his job. And then I know people that I don't know personally, but I hear about it on Instagram and TikTok that have literally sent out thousands of resumes. So if you find yourself in that kind of situation, start your side hustle. If you have a full-time job, you can start a side hustle. You don't need to put that many hours in. There's just a few hours that I can put in, but I still make enough money in those hours that the side hustle is worth it. And again, if I get really busy and I can't do the side hustle for a while, then I can just close the faucet and don't sell anything for a while, but I still have my business. And then if I do get let go, or if I have more time again, then I can open it back up. Start your side hustle. You don't want to miss out on this, especially if you're over 40, 50, and you are in corporate. We don't want you to all of a sudden be let go and you have nothing. We want you to have that side hustle. And it's fun. It is so much fun. All right. If you have any more questions for me, leave them in the comments or go to my website. I can help you with your side hustle if you have no idea where to get started. All right. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.